Hey guys, SK here, back with another Clash Royale video. Hope you guys are all doing well. Today we're going to be doing a live ladder push using 3.0 Expo Cycle. I'm currently at 6,600 in the world, one win under 6,800 trophies, so let's get right into the matches and hope we can get some good games today. So yeah, found our first match here. I'm going to give them good luck and hope you guys are doing okay. I'm personally pretty good. I mean, I've been getting back into the YouTube grind, as you can tell. But I'm actually pretty nervous as well because I'm actually going to be leaving my home country and my house for Canada for university in 2 days. So I'll actually be on a plane exactly 2 days from now. Pretty exciting, but also pretty nerve-wracking. As we find our first match against Logbait here. So yeah, I guess I'm glad I kind of got back into the spin of things as time went on, because I do want to post a few videos before. He goes for a Fire Spirit, gonna go Skeletons, and he has to respond, yeah, to the Expo and the Knight, exactly. So he went for a Cannon, but it wasn't enough, because he placed it too low, so my Knight does get one hit on the left. Looking like it's gonna be Mighty Miner Logbait, with the Fast Cycle. He does have Dark Goblin in here. There are usually two versions, either Dark Goblin or Princess. Dark Goblin is definitely a welcome sign, because it is going to be easier to deal with, I feel like, than the Princess, because there's no threat of Princess at the bridge. I'm actually just going to do a Fireball at his tower here. Kind of an unorthodox play. You might not expect it, but against Logbait, it's actually a pretty solid play, at least in my opinion. He gives the WoW. Pretty well played by him, because he actually does kind of get me. I didn't have the best cycle. Another thing I could have done was maybe gone Log on the Fire Spirit and then Knight on the barrel, but just going to go for another Expo here, Skeletons as well, and we do actually predict his Cannon, going to go Knight as well. He just spent 6 Elixir, Cannon, Log, Skeleton, so he doesn't have enough for Rocket right away. Wow, he actually has Valkyrie instead of Mighty Miner, so going to go Archers, and he has to go Dark Goblin here, and he actually already lost. Gonna Log. I did actually miss the Dark Goblin, but Archers take it out, and that's gonna be on tower. Gonna go Ice Spirit to predict maybe anything. Okay, straight into a Log, not the best play, but we did get about 1,300 or so damage, and we are in a massive lead. As my opponent's giving the CRL emote, he is pretty upset, evidently. And I find it pretty funny when players give this emote, because usually it means like they're trying to say they're better than you, and it's hilarious when people who just play badly and lose give that emote. I just find it really funny. And he just goes for a straight up rocket on the tower, so he actually does do a pretty well played Tricky Barrel. Did get me there, but it doesn't actually matter because he was too low in Elixir, couldn't even afford the Cannon. I'm going to BM him. He's giving the Sarcastic well played, but he literally went Rocket Barrel at the start of double Elixir. Like, that is way too aggressive. I don't know what he thinks he's doing, so I'm just going to BM him a little bit back here. And that's going to be a pretty free first win against Logbait. So not Mighty Miner, but still Fast Cycle Logbait should definitely be not the easiest matchup. Although I guess it's a bit easier since he does have Dark Goblin and he does have Valk instead of Mighty Miner. But let's just take our 3 crown and move on. Pretty happy with this game. I mean, what kind of prompted the Rocket, I guess, was my Fireball cycle maybe. And also, I guess, the Expo locking on. But I would have Fireball cycled more if it didn't work out. Anyways, really nice win for the first video, or first match. Let's get into the next one. Alright, so hopping into the second match against Crisco here, and he does have arrows on his profile, so he could possibly have an arrows deck. Gonna wish him the good luck and see what he wants to do. Just gonna split Archers. Okay, he goes for a Valk. I'm actually gonna Expo, because that is a 4 Elixir commitment, and usually in a lot of Valkyrie decks, it is the main Expo response. So gonna go Knight for this Lumberjack as well. And see, he goes for a Balloon. I'm gonna go Archers and Ice Spirit. This is a pretty big overcommitment, but I do want to take the Balloon out, and I'd rather get that Expo connection. As you can see, I have his tower down to 2.8k. Okay, gonna have to go for a Tesla here, I think. I could log the Valkyrie and take the ghost damage, but I think Tesla's gonna be the best play for sure, because I kind of even my damage out in both lanes. He's gonna get about 3 ghost hits. Okay, 2 I think that was. So, like I said, kind of evening my damage out between both lanes, which is very important, and I didn't really have to overcommit by going like Log on one side and Tesla on the other side. Just kind of accepted damage in both lanes, allowed them to lock on. Tesla was the best play. Goes for a Hog, gonna go Expo to pull it to the Tesla. I could have gone Log instead, though. I think that would have been a better play, because Expo 6 Elixir, whereas Log is only 2. But I just didn't really react in time. He actually does give me a small Expo connection. This one doesn't really matter, though, because very likely I'm not going to be going same lane as him, so that doesn't mean too much, but it is still nice to get that lock, I guess. Gonna go Knight in front of the King Tower instead of behind the King Tower, because Lumberjack moves pretty fast, so I don't think it would actually walk up in time. Gonna have to cycle back to a Tesla here, since he is going with a very aggressive Balloon, and he does have arrows in the deck as well, so not going to be a super easy matchup. Lumberloon is usually pretty good. Looks like he might get death damage there. Kind of sucks. And wow, gonna have to go for a Fireball and then Skeletons here. I do get a perfect Fireball timing, but sadly he still gets 1 Hog hit. so that kind of sucks, but we're going to be down about 800 damage. Pretty well played of him, I guess, punishing. So usually in decks like these, guys might be asking me, like, how do you deal with multiple win conditions, Hog and Loon, when you need your Tesla for both? And the answer is going to be either defensive expos or protecting your Tesla. So I'll show you what I mean in his next pushes, but I'm probably going to try and keep my Teslas alive in the future so that I can save the Tesla for the Hog Rider as well. So going to go Skeletons and Ice Spirit here. And I could Fireball that Balloon, but I don't actually think I want to because I think it would be a bit of an overcommitment. Gonna go for the Expo. Gonna go Archers in the right lane, so they will target the Hog and then move on to help the Expo out. There should be a really good connection here. Gonna log as well. And gonna do a little trick, pull the Lumberjack out of Expo range. Really, really nice trick and pretty well played. Gonna end up with us getting an Expo connection on tower, and that's gonna be absolutely huge. So he's going for a Balloon. This time I think I will keep my Tesla alive. Let's just Fireball the Balloon back. Notice how I'm being very cognizant of my Fireball angle so that the Balloon does get pushed away and not towards the Tesla. Very important there. And okay, goes for Hog, Minion Horde, other lane. I don't think he revealed the Minion Horde at this time, but it's fine. Again, other option is going to be an Expo. So you can pull the Expo, or pull the Hog all the way into the Tesla with the help of the Expo. Get a Knight as well, I guess, just protect the Tesla. I kind of messed that up, but it doesn't really matter. And Ghost, I can actually just kind of ignore a little bit because it is going in my stronger side tower. I guess I'll pull it in and go Archers as well, but I don't actually mind it too much. Goes for Arrows, so he should be very low in Elixir. Going to go for an Expo. He should definitely not have enough for anything too expensive. Going to go Knight. I don't think he has enough for a Minion Horde right away. Okay, goes Lumberjack. Definitely doesn't have enough for the Horde right now, but he might have enough for a Hog, and he does. So Skeleton's Ice Spirit will kind of keep that at bay. Goes for the Goblin Gang. I guess I'll just go Archers. I could also just afford to eat all of that, but since it's raged up, I don't really want to risk too much. Pretty aggressive bridge spam out of our opponent here. Might go for a Balloon at the bridge since he is kind of spamming a lot, but his tower is basically in range of 2 Fireballs, 2 Logs. Oh, he does do a pretty good play of switching lanes, but again, you can use this double building setup. I absolutely love it, especially against Lumberloon matchups in general. I love this setup. You can protect both lanes. Actually, if I reacted fast enough, I should have Fireballed that Lumberjack. Didn't really react though, but it's fine. Gonna get back to a second Tesla for this Hog. Knight as well, just because the tower. I thought the tower would be on the Lumberjack, but now I can safely go for a Fireball because I have 2 Teslas alive. Easily just gonna be able to cycle back to another Fireball pretty soon. Just gonna defend this first though. Gonna go Knight back to a second Tesla, and Hog comes down, but Ice Spirit will get insane value here, freezing everything up. Second Tesla helping out, Archers helping out, and that's just going to be Fireball log range, so that's going to be a good game. Really nice win against Lumberjack, Lumberloon Hog, so kind of an off-meta, interesting deck, but if you play well, there are strategies that you can adopt to take care of matchups like these. Hopefully I showed you guys how to do it a little bit better if you were interested. But pretty nice 2 wins. They're going to put me above 6,800 trophies. I think that's 6,850 or so, and that's going to put me at rank 4.7k. Alright guys, so getting into the next match against LEGO MC, as we are top 5k in the world right now. I will be completely clear and give a little bit of a disclaimer. I did lose a match in between. I won it back though, so I'm at the same trophy, so in terms of consistency or progression in trophies, it should be exactly the same. And wow, Hog Miner first play. That is quite aggressive. I'm actually going to Expo just because he spent quite a lot there. And the Hog should get taken out by this Expo. Yep, perfect. And Expo's going to be on tower, so he has P.E.K.K.A, and looks like he didn't have enough Elixir to play the P.E.K.K.A in time because he did commit a lot with that 7 Elixir push. I'm going to let this Expo die now and not go Knight or anything like an overcommit. Yeah, because if I went Knight there, I would have actually lost most likely because of those minions. I would have just gotten destroyed, and I think I do want to log this P.E.K.K.A, considering not logging it, but I think it's a safer play for sure. And wow, he does go for a freeze, so yeah, perfect log. If I didn't go for that, I might have taken like 2 P.E.K.K.A hits, or at least 1 while reacting, or had to waste a Knight or Archer, so really nice there. And we are just up at 2,000 damage, so pretty interesting Hog Miner deck. But yeah, disclaimer, I did lose a match in between. It was against Giant Sparky 4.6, so should be a decent enough matchup for us. But basically what happened was he went for Sparky first play, I went for an Expo, and then opposite lane, and then he just ignored it, and we tower traded, and then I kind of lost because couldn't really defend. So in that situation, it's basically a 50-50 whether you defend or not. I feel like you need really good micro defense, but also just luck based you can lose, especially if you don't have the best starting hand, which I didn't. I didn't have any of my cycle cards to protect my Knight or Tesla right away, and I also just didn't play it that well. So that's kind of risky. I might show you guys the replay later, but I didn't want to show the match because I felt like it was just kind of basic. Wasn't really any micro or any like major mistakes. It was really just one decision of going Expo. So just to let you guys know, against Sparky first play, if you're playing like in a global tournament or grand challenge, and okay, wow, I actually hovered my archers trying to react fast enough, but I didn't expect the wizard, so that wasn't I thought it would go minion, so that was kind of a bad set of archers, I guess. Going tough to fireball here and skeletons. Hopefully I do get skeletons out in time, and I do, so Tesla stays alive. Really nice. If he goes hog, I can pull it into the Tesla with either a log or an Expo, so that's pretty good. And I'm actually back to a Tesla and one card, so I'm just going to cycle back to it and go for the Tesla. 2 tells down from the river to pull the hog. Exactly. Gonna knight to retarget the miner. Look at that. Pretty nice retarget there. Make sure my tower doesn't take too much damage. Ice Spirit to freeze the hog up. And speaking of freeze, he actually does freeze me, so I guess I have to fireball here. But we're still up a lot. But yeah, going back to Giant Sparky, basically if you want to play super safe, if you're in like a global tournament or grand challenge and losses matter, don't Expo, just defend the Sparky, defensive Expo instead. Don't offensive Expo. For a ladder, I usually do like to offensive Expo just because I feel like it can work out really well. You can win in the first minute. Goes for a wizard. I'm going to go Ice Spirit log because he should be pretty low on elixir, not have enough for a P.E.K.K.A. Yep, he didn't, so he goes for freeze, and since he just spent 4 in the freeze, he still won't have enough for the P.E.K.K.A., so yeah, that is going to be game. I do catch the miner as well. Really nice there. So that's just going to be GG. Pretty nice win against a very interesting hog miner P.E.K.K.A. deck with arrows as well. So really nice there. Alright guys, getting into the next match against JJ17. We are 1 win away from 6,900 trophies. I think I'll make that my goal for today's video. By the way, we are top 5k in the world right now, because after the match before the last match, we were already top 5k, I think. So yeah, gonna fireball this Dark Goblin, and I think it's gonna be log bait again, possibly. You don't see Dark Goblin and too much else. Okay, Mirrored Goblin comes down, gonna go for a Knight, I guess right on top, and then he goes for a very low Tricky Barrel. Gonna try and activate King with my skeletons if possible. Okay, sadly didn't work out, but we're going to take one hit, is fine. Gonna Expo. He just wasted his Mighty Miner, so we're going to find out if he has Rocket right now. And I actually think he might not. Yeah, he doesn't, because he just spent the Spirit, and he didn't go for a Rocket, which would have been the obvious play. Gonna Ice Spirit to reset this Mighty Miner, and just like that, we already have over half of his tower gone. So really nice punish there, recognizing he overcommitted quite a lot with the Mirrored Dark Goblin and then the Mighty Miner. He was low on elixir, so Expo was a really good play there. Just kind of test the waters to see if he has Rocket or not, and since he didn't, he got punished pretty big time for that. So for him, if he had like Mighty Miner and Ken, he could have easily defended that, but since he didn't, gonna work out pretty well for us. Just gonna log Goblin Barrel again. And this should already be a win. Even if he has Rocket, I think we'll win, but I don't think he does have Rocket since he has Fire Spirit Skeletons. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And usually the mirror is in place of the Fire Spirit, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it looks like he replaced the Rocket instead. Gonna split archers, and I think I'll just Tesla this Mighty Miner. I'm actually tempted to fireball it, but since I just spent 3 with the archers, definitely not worth it. I'll be down too much elixir, so just gonna play it safe here. Does try and snipe me with a Dark Goblin. Gonna go for a low Knight. Gonna log, or actually I can just Ice Spirit that barrel because it's on the side. So if they go for like a tricky barrel, I was gonna Expo because he just spent his Mighty Miner. Not gonna have it back in cycle, and I got a +2 trade for free off of that Goblin Barrel. So I should be in a pretty favorable position here. Gonna log the Dark Goblin. He's gonna have to mirror it if he wants anything to come out of this. Nope. Does mirror it now, but I do catch. Okay, I didn't catch it with my other skeletons, but I did save 1 hit for now, and his tower is basically in spell cycle range at this point. We can't really log cycle in this matchup, but we can definitely throw, I think that's going to be 4 fireballs over the course of the next 2 minutes for sure. So just going to Tesla. He might go for double barrels here. I do have log and fireball though, so pretty nice just to have those counters in the deck. Against the level 16 barrel, log will also kill it, so if you want to go like archer skeletons or something for the first barrel, you can just pretty easily defend that. Gonna Ice Spirit to stall this one out a little bit. We do take some damage there, so pretty well played, but gonna Expo again because he committed quite a lot of elixir there. Skeletons, we do catch the cannon. Archers as well to react fast enough for the cannon as well. Mighty Miner comes down. I think I will go for a Knight and then log the Dark Goblin because it's definitely worth it. We do get the Knight down in time as well, reactively, and that's gonna be on tower. That's basically going to be good game. So really nice win against Mighty Miner Bait with the mirror. He gives us the good game and the well played, so I'll give it back and the good luck just to be a good sport. But yeah, that's going to be 6,900 trophies, guys, which I think is going to be a really nice goal to end on. So yeah, really nice wins there. Pretty flawless video except for that one loss against Sparky, but it does happen. Maybe I'll show you guys the replay. Just going to collect my rewards here though, and that's going to put me at top 4,000 in the world. Pretty nice stuff. So pushing up, in the last video I pushed a top 10k, so this is definitely an improvement. Happy with it. Gonna keep going in a few days maybe. But yeah, I guess I'll show you guys the Sparky match. It wasn't the best. We had 4 other flawless wins, but yeah, just kind of, I'll show you guys like in a faster sped up time. Basically, I just went Expo because I felt a bit impatient, and on ladder it doesn't really matter because technically ladder has infinite losses because you can just win again to make your losses back, whereas global tournaments have limited losses, so I wouldn't play like this in a global tournament. But yeah, Ice Spirit also messed up. Should have hit both the Dark Prince and the Sparky, but it was kind of hard to get, and then by the time I defended, it was too late. And in this situation, there's definitely no way to win, especially because he was pretty smart, went in for the 3 crown. So yeah, basically I tried, I actually got a connection, but yeah, it's basically over. So kind of unfortunate there, but lesson learned. Also won against Logbait. I guess I'll show you guys the replay just to make this a bit longer of a video, because I feel like 15 minutes is a little bit short, especially for my standards. But yeah, classic Logbait. Pretty interesting here, by the way. This person had the Goblin Gang in the deck. Princess first play, just gonna go Archers. And Ice Spirit Freeze is so good because it just allowed me to kill the Princess without, or protect, or rather take the Princess's targeting with the Archers, even though I played them pretty late. Just because the Ice Spirit Freeze lasts for so long, it's really, really nice there. I still love it. But yeah, it does go for the Rocket. And Goblin Gang is this is actually probably going to be my matchup here because he has Inferno Tower, not Tesla. He has Goblin Gang, not Guards, and he has Valkyrie, not Knight. So all of those kind of tend towards my matchup. I'd say like 60-40. But against a good Logbait player with like Guards, it's probably even or so, because Guards are much better than Gang. I did kind of go for a little, I don't know why, but I have this thing, I'm not sure if you guys do, where sometimes I feel like barrels are tricky barrels, even if they aren't. It's pretty funny. But anyways, Princess comes down. Sadly, don't have Fireball in cycle. I think I just Fireballed his tower, maybe, but just going to Tesla here. Does go for a Valkyrie, but I'm going to protect my Tesla because it's definitely worth it. Do want to take care of the Princess. Not really take any tower damage. He does commit quite a lot with that Ice Spirit plus Log. So I go for the Expo now. I know I'm up Elixir. Unfortunately, though, I don't have enough Elixir for my Archers to block the Inferno. If I did, I would have won the game. But pretty well played on his end just to react really fast with the Inferno. And really aggressive Princess at the bridge. Gonna react late with my Archers this time, so I do unfortunately take 2 hits. Not the greatest start to a match, for sure. But I can definitely come back. He goes for a barrel at 4, so that's very aggressive, very low Elixir. But yeah, I had the right idea. I knew I was up Elixir after that overcommit on the Princess, just that I misplaced my Expo as well, and I didn't have enough Elixir, even if I didn't misplace it, to protect the Inferno, so I should have waited maybe a bit longer, but then if I waited, he would have had enough for Inferno. Anyways, I Rocket though, or I Fireball, because he can't actually Rocket me, because I'm playing Expo. If he Rockets me, I will just go for an Expo and he'll lose. I'm cycling my cards in the middle so that if he ever tries to go for Princess at the bridge, it won't work out. Gonna snipe this Valk with my Archers as well, and I actually just straight up Fireball cycle him again. It's pretty funny, I guess, but this is something I learned from Titan. I was watching him playing. He's like one of the best Expo players in the world right now, by the way. He finished number 12 last season, I think. But yeah, now we basically lost. I knew he was going to predict the Expo. Usually people who are aggressively spell cycling like that, they do like to predict your Expo, and I knew that, so I waited. I didn't go in, and just because of that, he didn't have enough for the Valk. In time, he overcommitted too much, and he basically lost. Now I just have to protect this Expo. And I do. I log the Princess. I Skeletons Fireball the Gang. He does get a really nice login himself to take my Expo out. But still, the damage is done. That's literally 2 Fireballs, 2 logs. So I'm not too worried. I go for an Expo. He does go pretty fast reactively Inferno and Ice Spirit, so he does deserve to take it out. Fair enough. And I go for a Tesla now, predicting the Princess. He does go for very aggressive Rocket Cycle, but I'm not too concerned about that because he needs 3 more Rockets. There's no way he's going to get 3 Rockets before I get 2 Fireballs. I have a faster cycle than him, and Rocket costs more, so there's just no logical way he can do that. Here I log on offense, though, which is pretty risky. So you are going to have to defend without using logs sometimes, and I did that just fine just now. Now he's in Fireball log range, so we lost, but yeah. If you do want to log on offense, you can. It's just that you have to be comfortable defending the barrels. But it can be really useful sometimes. It's a really nice little trick that higher-end Expo players use. But yeah, that's going to be a really nice win against Logbait. Just kind of baited him out with Fireball Cycle and won from there. Let's see. I'm going to take a look at where 7k is. That might be my next goal for the next video. Maybe tomorrow or something. what rank 7,000 trophies is. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be top 2k in the world right now, so I might go for like a 7k push in the next video. But that's going to be all for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed the ladder push. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.